Okay, so basically you would load these guys into a project. So I've done that here. I have set up a few walls just to show you the process. The adaptive one comes in as a generic model, and the simple column comes in as a structural column. So the simple column, there's the different versions of it. I'll just come in and drag this 50-foot one in, right? You can see it come in, and I'll just kind of plink it right there, all right? And then what I'm going to do is I'll just go to my level 1 to put it in place. So let's say you wanted the column to start at the end of this wall, right? So you put it in place, and then you can array it, right? So if you pick this, you can come in and select the array command, and I'm going to pick last, and I'm going to go from the inside portion of that column to the end of the wall, because that's what I want. The last column, I want that to line up with the end of the wall. And it's going to give me a number, and I'll just say I want 10 of those, right? And you'll see those appear. If I go to 3D, you see them in 3D. When you array something, it makes it a group. So to change it, you would edit the group and then pick this guy, and you could come in and flip in the 40, right? And then when you hit finish, it'll update all of those, right? You could also edit the group, and if you wanted the 40 to be slightly different, you could edit that type, and let's say we wanted it to be, 14 feet wide, and you could click OK, and now they will all update to 14 feet wide, right? So that's that guy. The the adaptive component requires a little bit more work. So I'll go ahead. I'm going to go to wireframe for this. What you would have to do in order to use it in the project with other things is you would need to create a mass family. So you would go to architecture component model in place, and it would bring out this guy, and you would scroll down and pick mass and click OK, and just give it a name. I'll call it column test. All right, and it starts like a little family, so it strips down everything. And what you want to do is, in order to use those adaptive points, we need to have 4 little lines that are divided that have these little nodes on them. So to get those, you would go to reference line and just draw them in the same order. So I'm going to draw one from here to here and hit escape once. And then I'll draw one from here to here and hit escape once. And then I'm going to draw some arcs here. So I'll go to arc, right? And notice that I have draw on face and 3D snapping selected. So I'm going to, again, in the same, starting at the same point. So I'll go 1, 2, and that's okay. That has more to do with the view, and 3, and hit escape. And then 1, 2, and just ignore that, and 3, right? So now you've got these guys. Now what you want to do is you want to divide them. So I'm going to pick them. I'm holding down my control key, and I'm going to divide that path. And so it divides all of them into 6. I could come over here and say, no, I want 10, right? And then what you would do is pull that adaptive column out. So I'm just going to come over here and left click on it and drag it out. And it's got these little sticky points. And what you want to do is go 1, 2, 3, and 4, right? And it will place that column. And what it's going to do is it's going to follow that point. So if I pick this and I go to the repeat, it will repeat that. So let me go to shaded. Repeat that along, and I'll delete this wall. Oh, it'll repeat it, right? So if I finish the mass, right, that whole thing selects as one. Let me just delete these end walls for right now, just so we can see it a little better. right? You don't need the walls, all you need are the lines, right? So now that guy is moved, it will follow an edge. Now, we may have to make some adjustments, depends on how picky we want to get, like to get that line up exactly. But I think this is kind of a good place to start, right? So for this one, you need 4 points. And this one, if you pick it and edit it in place, you can edit type on that adaptive column, and there are your options, right? So that bottom width, if I take it to 1 foot and hit apply, that gets smaller, right? The middle offset, if I wanted it to, or that top offset, or the top width, maybe I wanted that to be smaller, so 2'6", and apply, right? And then you get kind of that situation. So, and then again, the material, if you go to edit type, that's in here, and you can change that to, some kind of wood, maybe. Cherry. Let's go to appearance. Oh, so ugly. Just do plywood sheathing, and I'll image fade that guy and make it lighter. And let's make the color white. Okay. 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 So you can see you've got a plywood on there. If I go to realistic, right, you'll see the plywood appear on there. Okay. I think for right now, that's it. I'll be happy to come by and talk to you more about it. Sorry it took me so long. I know it must have been frustrating. But if I go to Finished Mass, now I'm back in the project and you can sort of see it in place. So if you want more complex curvatures, then we'll have to work on that. But other than that, let me know what else you need, and I promise I'll try to be quicker next time.